What's up, Trash Talkers? Here at Veteran Trash Talk, we actually vet our sponsors. We don't just take their money and run like a Butterbar lieutenant lost on the land nav course. Are you finally ready to plant your flag and claim your territory? Maybe it's time to use that VA loan to buy a home. Or hell, maybe you're looking to refinance and put some extra cash in your pocket for more questionable life decisions. Either way, the Veterans Mortgage Source, powered by Canopy Mortgage, has your six. Look, buying a home or refinancing can feel like getting overrun on a bad op. Chaotic, confusing, and full of obstacles that make no damn sense. That's where Corey and his team come in. They're like the QRF of home loans, ready to pull you out of the chaos and guide you to the best program for you. And trust me, they'll answer all your questions. Yeah, even the dumb ones. Whether you're a salty vet or fresh out of barracks still trying to figure out where your TA-50 went. Great service, solid rates, and a team that actually understands the military life. That's why all of us here at Veteran Trash Talk trust them to do right by every veteran and their family. Ready to lock it in? Give Corey a call or shoot him a text at 808-699-7874. That's 808-699-7874. Don't wait. Unless you like overpaying and getting treated like an FNG. The Veterans Mortgage Source is powered by Canopy Mortgage, LLC. All loans are subject to credit and property approval.
What's up, Trash Talkers? Listen, it's impossible to fight, okay, if you don't know what you're fighting for. Does that make sense? Like, if you're in the dumps and you're struggling with mental health, things of that nature, it's going to continue tearing you down, all right? Because you're consistently trying to fight something, which is that demon, which is usually something from the past, right? Maybe that why needs to be fighting for your future. Let that be your why. Get the hell up and start fighting for your future. Stop fighting things that happened in the past. Easier said than done, right? Go seek help. It's okay not to be okay. A lot of people need to hear this. You are more of a warrior and a fighter if you stand up and say, hey, this has to stop. I need to go seek help. The stigma, everything has changed. It's okay not to be okay.
And so my honesty cap is dedicated to a little, we'll call it a public service announcement for civilians and other people in the military. There are a few people that you should always take their stories with a grain of salt. Vegans, CrossFitters, and special operations guys that tell you that they were special operations without being prompted. The first thing they say is, yeah, I used to be soft. Right. The only unicorn in that entire group is like a special operations guy that was like a vegan and did CrossFit. That guy's probably going to stay quiet for a little bit longer because he's confused as what he should talk about first. That's the only reason. Right. Anybody that says that they were soft without being prompted or without it being like a normal part of your communications is probably either an enabler or going to tell you a bunch of stuff that's not exactly true.
What's up, Trash Talkers? What's up, Gruntworks Nation? Big Earl. You heard Dave talk. You heard Buddy talk. Now, Buddy's all about, he is a Green Beret and he's Special Forces and yada, yada, yada. But he will not tell you that unless, he really, really likes you and he's made dinner for you. However, what Veteran Trash Talk does is we bring a lot of light to the veteran community, the first responder community. We promote that what we're doing well, all right, whether we're running for office, we started a business, nonprofit, all those things. Veteran Trash Talk is a super clean page. We got Gruntworks if you want to go there and raise a little hell a little bit, but we are here to promote veteran-owned businesses. So the show you are about to watch is a veteran or veterans or a spouse of a veteran or a child of a veteran that's doing great things in the community, and we need your help promoting them and getting them all all the success that they need. All right, guys, enjoy the show.
This is the Veteran Trash Talk Hour, hosted by Nick, Dave, and Buddy. Real warriors making fun of other real warriors. Try to not get triggered.
What's up, Trash Talkers? What's up, Gruntworks Nation? We are live for your Veteran Trash Talk Hour, and this is a little different, a little weird, because the face man isn't here to do the intro, so I had to step up to the plate and try to gather my strength. We think he's at a birthday party. We're not sure, but if it is
Lost in the
PJ's
desert.
birthday, if it is PJ's birthday, his birthday's not till tomorrow. And like Buddy talked about pre-show, if you're an adult, you don't have a birthday party at 3:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah, and you're adult grown up, PJ. You're better than that. What are you?
Yeah.
Are you doing ponies? Did he have ponies there?
Face painting.
There's
100% face painting.
What's going on? What are
definitely a petting zoo there?
Adult birthday party
I would have been sold on balloon animals.
before 6:00 in the evening. I don't get it.
I mean, at least we got Paul Allen Norton Jr. coming in from Vallejo, California. All right, so he's watching at least. What's up, Paul? Not the same Paul we're talking about. We're talking about a big child that has petting zoos for his birthday. I don't know.
And face painting.
Yeah.
That's close. See, it's got a down there. There's
Yes, and some about balloon animals.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But anyway,
behind
still
that.
super excited about this is. We're doing seasons again this year. I don't know why, but I think it's like our 180th episode, but it's like season
It's
4
way past 180.
or 200 or something. But it's season
Yeah.
4, episode 8, whatever kind of math we're doing. Appreciate all you watching. If you are watching
Common Core.
VTT official, comment where you're watching from. Say hi. Give your state a shout out. But no, we got awesome guests. We got this guy who obviously is pretty self-centered, where he thinks he's number one. Only one person would have a 1 flag behind him. But that's him. That's Jesse. Jesse was from the Valor Initiative. And so we allowed Chris, who's got the face for radio of the group, who's usually in the background. We let him come on just in case he has to interpret for us. Interpret the rah-rah.
Start calling Chris the radio face man.
Yeah. And then, of course, VTT's face for radio. Be a good one. I mean, even if we give him the name, he's not going to create a page and do anything about it, because why would you do that in the company that you're a part owner in? But that's a different story.
It's like I already have the baker or something.
Which you do nothing with. So
Like I feel like you're yelling at me right now.
I am, buddy.
I mean, there is that.
I'm yelling at the whole institution that is Veteran Trash Talk. And when I explain Veteran Trash Talk to people, because, hey, go to our store, shop.veterantrashtalk.com, because when I do explain it, we are profitable, but we really don't care. And that's not a good business model. But so if you are trying to make it big, don't do what we do. All right. However, do some of what we do, like the fun stuff and cool shirts like the Marine Crayon Veteran, which, by the way, Sappers Clear the Way. Oh, my God.
If you're just trying to have a good time with your friends, it's fine.
Yeah. Sappers Clear the Way. I
think somebody just came out of the closet on our show.
Yeah, I think it did.
Clear the way for who?
Clear the way with AirCav.
For what? Yeah.
Oh, God.
Anyways, babe, before we get into it,
That's an engineer. So, hey, don't come at me.
He's a combat engineer.
Yeah, I'll hit you with some RE factors.
That triggered me for about 2 years. With the whole way everybody started to call themselves like a combat medic, combat engineer,
combat arms.
Well, combat engineers were combat engineers the whole time.
MLS, wasn't it?
It was when medics started calling themselves combat medics. I'm like, but you work at Bach. What are you talking about? Like,
yeah, you check prostates, bro.
Yeah,
like, what are you doing here?
It's like a Navy corpsman because he got the FMF pin, calls himself a fucking Greenside corpsman.
They call it the fleet corpsman.
I don't even know what that
Yeah.
means. What you just
Well,
said.
yeah,
Go ahead, Adia.
Yeah, big shout out to our sponsors. Well, the one big one, Corey, with PCS to Paradise and the Veterans Mortgage Source, powered by Canopy Mortgage. So go ahead and scan those QR codes down there. If you have any questions about a VA loan or buying or reselling, refining or selling, he'll give you free advice. Plus, we know Corey. Corey comes on the show all the time. If he leads you astray, let us know. We'll go beat him up. But we doubt that he will. So if you want the best knowledge from one of the best sources, go scan one of those QR codes. Okay, let's talk some. See, I don't think we're going to do the conspiracy because we wouldn't do any justice because we don't know what it is. But we can. We got to talk about some current events and, the passing of a legend, right? Chuck Norris, which Chuck Norris jokes were, I don't know, the best things, probably one of the best things during the GWAT. And everybody's saying that, not to mention Chuck Norris is literally the baddest human being ever on the planet. But yeah, anybody want to say anything about Chuck? We got anything about Chuck Norris?
I mean, the thing about Chuck Norris is that he was from all accounts, he was just a good dude.
Yeah.
Like, he was just a good guy. Like, he was a good guy that he made it. Like, I don't know. There have been only a handful of people that I found out died, and I was like, what the fuck? For real? And Chuck Norris was 86 years old. It's not like, it was like, oh no, he's so young.
Yeah, it didn't sneak up on him. Yeah.
Like, he's supposed to, like, you saw like Chuck Norris on like pictures or whatever, even in the last year, you're like, damn, he looks young as fuck for being 86. But
I heard a Chuck Norris joke yesterday about he didn't actually die. He just decided to give the world a break because it's been going for 86 years and they just couldn't handle it anymore.
No. Chuck Norris
That one didn't hit.
Great.
That one or he's not dead. He just heard that you had to go a different place to chase terrorists now because they were all killed in Iran.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being the Ayatollah and waking up with like your 72 virgins and thinking that you're in heaven, and then all of a sudden
dudes.
you're like, you're just now getting to the point where you're like figuring out which of the 72 you're gonna like smooze first, and then Chuck shows up, and you're like, fuck!
Roundhouse kicks you in the face. Yeah.
Heaven! No! Yeah. And then
that could be the most.
It's just getting roundhoused by fucking Chuck.
There's not a chin under his beard. It's just another fist.
Yeah.
That could be the Chuck Norris, the joke, or what the conspiracy, we should say. The conspiracy that is that, did he die, or is he that mad that the United States bombed Iran and killed the Ayatollah, not him? So he had to go to the next plane, right? He had to jump dimensions.
It's a psyop.
Yeah.
He didn't
psyop.
So they think we're weak. It's a psyop.
Oh.
Yeah. Now they think they can attack. He's on a motorcycle with rockets.
Oh man, Delta Force, baby.
Great movies.
Yeah, and then there's and then here's the other thing where everybody wants to always have the argument with like Chuck Norris or Bruce Lee, like who was better. And it's like, well, Chuck was an actual karate champion, and they did spar in a hotel lobby one time, and guess who asked to spar? Bruce Lee wanted to spar him.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't the other way around. It's like, oh snap, I'm gonna go do some moves with this guy because that's the dude, right? That's what Bruce Lee said. So,
yeah.
Yep.
And then,
R.I.P.
What was that movie where he killed? I think he killed. Was it the Octagon? Yeah, it was a good movie. That's a good movie. What was your favorite Bruce Lee movie other than Delta Force?
You mean Chuck Norris movie?
Chuck Norris, yeah.
Bruce Lee was definitely not in Delta Force.
Yeah.
No, he was in. Them two were in the Octagon together.
I gotta tell you, like
Walker,
movie
Texas
TV show. Also, little known fact, like
His cameo in Dodgeball, though.
all these people are doing Pilates these days on like reformers. That's just Chuck Norris's little freaking
Total Gym.
total gym. That's all it is. Like you stole Chuck's freaking device and then renamed it and sold
the Bowflex?
white women.
Yeah.
Total Jim.
Yeah,
Total Jim, yeah.
Yeah.
Total Jim was his.
yeah.
Well, who was he married to? Christy Brinkley too. Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But buddy, it does go into one of your honesty caps years ago was the too much sun. He was in Hawaii, so when he had his heart problems, too much sun and salt.
Yeah. He should have stayed. He should have stayed on the mainland.
Nice.
He'd have been fine.
Our combat engineer says, "What in the chair force are you?" I wish I was in the Air Force.
Oh
man,
my God.
life.
Yeah.
What
Right?
a life. And then we got Brandon checking in from Big Flats, New York. Very nice. So I've never been there. Never been to Big Flats. Must be nice. All right. Well,
I wonder
all
if
right.
it's mountainy.
I was at small
let's-
round once.
Let's kick off another little discussion before your honesty cap, buddy, because I'm in charge. I am the host now.
Go ahead. Let's do it.
Spaceman's not here, so now this is my world.
Yes,
Aren't
you're
you
the captain now.
Yeah.
There's no hurting these cats.
All right. So if we wanted to be like Dave and his cronies, all right, and his inner circle, all right, let's come up with why are we bombing Iran as all geopolitical experts? Why are we doing it? Who's responsible for it? And what's the end state?
For oil.
No doubt, because all of our geopolitical experience and
Same
knowledge,
reason we went to Iraq.
The oil would be a great one if 90% of their oil didn't get imported to China, because we weren't getting any of their oil anyway.
No, but they're controlling the Strait of Hormuz right now, and it's really putting a crimp on it.
How are they controlling it with no navy?
because we blew it all up.
No, I
Except
mean
for
how
guys.
is Iran controlling the strait? Still.
Drones and missiles.
Mines.
Really? Yeah, mines.
Now
Yeah.
on that though, you know what's really going to suffer? Jesse said something about, balloon animals. They just hit the world's leading producer of helium, and it produces like 80% of the world's helium in I think it's Qatar. So you're going to see a skyrocket in microchip production. You're going to see a skyrocket in pricing of that. It's because I can't do it.
Could be some upset.
I wasn't
hitting.
necessarily for war with Iran until I just heard that, because if you're going to take away balloons from Americans, bro, okay,
That's too much.
let's
Yeah.
do this.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
We're
Yeah.
joking though. And here's my thing. First of all, if we're debating or even talking about the war with Iran,
Remember, we got to do it from Dave's crony point of view, not
well,
educated.
at a month in, it is time for the administration to give an actual why and not a bullshit we did the weapons of mass destruction with no evidence thing before.
Yep.
I did my 20 years of fighting that one. I'm good with not having my kid do the same thing.
That
That
being
being
20 years of army, you did 20 years of fighting in that war.
Yeah. There is a time when it's time for you got to come out with actually what was the threat, why are we doing it. That being said, for all the people that are we want to know why, I got that you want to know why, but at some point you also have to figure out the reality that there's no putting that toothpaste back in the tube. We've already killed a lot of their leaders. There's no going, you know what? Trump was wrong. He did it. My bad. That's not a thing. We're there. We're in it.
Yep.
You-
And he pulled a huge power play recently when he was like, "Hey, you, and you, bring your shit to the straight," and everybody's like, he's finding out who's actually on his side with that, figuring out who actually is going to back him.
Yeah, but at the same time, you can understand why somebody would It's kind of like going out with a bunch of your friends from the army and going to a bar
Or Marines.
and one of them gets into a fight. I'm gonna punch people that are around, and when we get out, I do expect for you to be like, what happened there? Like, why did we just get into that fight? Like, we're gonna fight. We have no other choice. Like, that's a thing.
Yep.
You do owe it to the people that are gonna fight with you to explain why we're fighting. Like,
Well, but remember, Japan knows all about keeping secrets.
Surprises.
So
Yeah.
so that was actually wild. That was
This is the best.
Like
the look on the prime
you have-
minister's face.
that
I
was
talk about
shit that is some shit talk. That is barrack shit talk right there.
That's next level political shit talk, like to where
That was wild.
I always try to tell people that TDS is on both sides of the bell curve. Like you have the people who can't stand him, and then you have the people who think he's Jesus, right? It's both sides. If you don't find what he said there as absolutely wild and hilarious, then you probably are on one side of that bell curve with TDS. Like it was hilarious. Like must watch TV.
Yes.
You don't know what I'm talking about. He said on live TV when a reporter asked him why he didn't say anything about the strikes in Iran, he goes, "We wanted to surprise."
He didn't specifically say anything to Japan.
I know.
Yeah,
They were talking to him. Don
didn't
just
say
brings it
nothing
up because
about
the
Pearl
prime
Harbor.
minister, she's sitting right next to him.
yeah.
The Japanese know all about surprises. They didn't warn us about Pearl Harbor, did they?
Mhm.
He literally said they didn't tell me about Pearl Harbor.
Oh, all right. Well, we got Jesse on the show, and I kind of took up some time, so we'll go right to Buddy here for the honesty cap. What we got, Buddy? What we got?
Oh, honesty cap. So this has been going on for quite some time, and so you see it all over. You see it on the news. You see it on like TikTok, everywhere else. We have a pandemic, if you will, in the United States right now, where like parents don't understand. Like, it is not your job to raise good kids. It's your job to raise adults. Stop fucking hiding behind, well, I'm just trying to raise good kids, and do your like gentle parenting shit where they can like act however they want to act and do whatever and say whatever they want to say because you want to like get them in touch with their feelings and you want them to do like, your job is to raise adults. They're only going to be in your house until they're 18, 19, maybe 20. And then they're going to be out in the real world. And all this shit that you're doing to raise your kids is not raising adults. When they come to the real world and people actually, there's consequences for their actions and they don't understand how to deal with the consequences of running their mouth or acting like they're entitled to the efforts of other people. When that happens and they get the reality, and the reality is that there are consequences and there are things that they're going to have to work for, like you're not helping them and saying, well, we're just raising good kids. It's what we're trying to do. Like, raising good kids means that you're raising people that have manners when they're 5. Raising adults means that you're making people that have a work ethic and know how to like do a job. They know how shit works and they know how to talk to people and they know like a whole litany of things that isn't in the transcript of raising good kids. So raise adults. That's my honesty cap. Tired of dealing with fucking your 28-year-old fucking child.
Yeah, I like it. And it's something that, you know, we look back on, and we got Deanna saying yes, lots of yeses, lots of S's on the yes. And again, no parent is perfect. All right, no parent always makes the right decision, and that's why I'm going to go with, buddy, what you're saying is a lot of it's a scapegoat for not wanting to do things difficult to your child because you know in the long run you just don't want to, like, it makes you uncomfortable if you have to like parent them.
Yeah, well, there are things that are hard to do. I would also go even farther to say that a lot of parents, there is no perfect parent, but there are a lot of parents that know what the right answer is, and then they get dissuaded from doing it because of what other people tell them that don't have any skin in the game of raising their adults, like raising their kids to be adults. Like, like they could tell you anything they want to tell you because they're not the ones that are going to have to deal with them when they're 30 years old living in your house and can't find a job or hold a relationship because they don't understand that they are not always the main character.
To expand on that, something that really gets me, buddy, is when people who don't have children want to interject and put their parenting ideas into what should be happening. It's like, come live with these assholes and then come talk to me.
Yeah.
Until then, shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah, deal with them on a regular basis and go from there. But like I said, like having your kids survive until they're 18 is basically raising children. Having your kids thrive after they're 18 is when you know that you raised adult human people that are actually able to.
In all fairness, that's what we love the military for, is because there's a lot of our friends that we served with that didn't have good parents, and they found structure. They found out how to be an adult in the military.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And it's probably the best place to go find out how to be an adult, because you can't do that in the corporate world. The minute you get hired and they find out you're not an adult, you're fired.
At the end of the day, that is also that a lot of times that seems like it's people's like plan B. Like, oh, if it doesn't work out, I'll send them to the military and they'll teach them how to, like, I'm going to send you to the army. They'll teach you how to be a man.
Like it was a punishment.
Yeah. Well,
I was threatened with military school all the time growing up.
First of all, sometimes that works out. Like, I've got friends that were raised by the shittiest humans you've ever could even think of, and they are the best parents. But their parents also didn't send them to the military to become men or women. They just didn't give a shit, and they needed some place to go, and the military is where they landed. That being said, I've also encountered people whose parents were like, well, I'm going to send you to the military so you can learn discipline. And like, if you couldn't teach them discipline in 18 fucking years, the Army, Marines, Navy, and Air Force all together aren't going to teach them how to be a grown-up in fucking 20 something weeks of basic training and AIT. They're still,
don't forget the Space Force, buddy.
They're still going to be fucked.
I was talking about kids without parents, like just that were like just absent.
Yeah, both. I'm talking about both.
Oh,
yeah. And kids without parents are called
orphans
and foster kids. Yeah,
foster kids. Yeah,
they got some kind of parents.
Well, yeah, foster parents. I guess that kind of counts.
I have a good example of what Buddy was talking about as well. If you watched the sports show that we didn't do this morning because people were busy. But
yeah,
you know, I
what were they
about
doing?
My daughter. Yeah, they're paddle fishing. I guess you fish for these giant things.
Well, they're not even fishing. They're just snagging. You don't actually fish for them. You snag
There's
them.
a treble hook that's like this big.
Yeah, they're doing that. They're doing that in Oklahoma. It's pretty legit. I saw the last one they caught one. However, I talk about my daughter's sports a lot on the show. You know, in the track events that they're in and doing all this. Well, they just had like this, you know, this big burnout of coaches. And we had two really good coaches for their long distance runners, and they quit. And there was some uprising, and only a couple of us parents were like, why are we even talking about this? They quit. Those coaches quit on our kids. I go, our kids need to find a different way to be successful now, because that's what they're going to have to do in life when something changes, right? And then if they play sports long enough, somebody gets hurt in a season, a coach gets hired in a different team, right? Somebody gets traded. So like your season always changes. And that's why I've always loved sports, was because it's a playground for how to deal with adversity, or how to deal with resilience.
Guessing.
Like, oh, Buddy's our best player. He gets hurt. Does that mean we stop playing? Right? No, we still got to get up there. We got to find a way to make up for it.
Yeah.
Right. And so that same thing, I kind of saw that vibe of like, hey, this is a good teaching point to your child for adulthood, where it's like, hey, stupid shit like this happens. The number one thing that happened was those coaches quit on you.
Yeah, well, it sucks when you're a parent and you have to do the thing. You have to treat them. You have to let them have the consequences of the action that they have chosen to do. It sucks. It's not easy, but you're not helping them if you don't.
Yep.
Because all you're doing is kicking that can down the road, so that the action that they have to to face the consequences of is something a lot worse.
Right. Well, we kind of didn't let Jesse talk at all.
Go
Jesse,
ahead.
what do you think about
Your turn.
parenting?
Well, no, you guys are hitting all good points and stuff I agree with, because the world's not going to coddle you. I mean, that's one thing I tried to teach my son, is that it's a rough world out there, and the only person that's going to look after you is you. So take care of yourself.
Yeah, and then be thankful the one time somebody does look out for you, because that was somebody who was looking out for you just because of the good nature of them. I always like saying that when somebody is actually nice to you, they're going out of their way to be nice to you.
Yeah.
Like be
It's
thankful for that
really
person.
easier to not be nice to people.
It's inherently we want to be, or it's crazy. But okay, those of you watching our show for the first time, we got a lot of viewers on the X Factor as well right now. Appreciate Military Broadcast Radio for sharing us and helping us out. Really cool thing that they do on the X Factor, and a lot of people on Facebook and Instagram watching. Check in, say hi, say where you're watching from. We got Deanna, Brandon, and a couple other people checking in. Dave's mom didn't check in today because Dave's not on the show. It is what it is.
There's no reason for her to watch.
Party.
Yeah, we started this a lot, but I mean, I thought she watched it because of Buddy and me, but I guess we're wrong. So we started this 5 years ago almost now, and our main objective is to empower veterans from a holistic perspective, to where we bring on people who are doing great things, and we shed light onto the veteran community, like I said in the intro. And I get emails all the time of, hey, well, would you promote this person? Or you get an email or a message from Jesse saying, hey, can we put this on your page? And it's like, no, man, come on the show. All right, come on the show. Let's chat about it. Let's find out what you're doing. Who it's empowering, how it's empowering, and for those of you watching, we're always wondering, who should we donate to if we want to give money to a nonprofit. If we want to, support a veteran business, who should we buy from? And I get it. There's registries out there. There's stuff like that. But we give the opportunity for someone like Jesse to come on and explain it. And then you can make your own choice. And if you want to donate to them, then you donate to them. If you have a veteran that might benefit from it, then, send them his way. We haven't said this in a while. We haven't bragged about it in a while. But one of our claim to fame on the show is we had a nonprofit on, and somebody reached out to him after watching our show and said, how much does it cost to take people on those hunting trips? And he said the number, and he goes, for all year. And he goes, really? And so he donated the money for the entire year.
Awesome.
Not promising, Jesse, that's
that's
but you never know. All right, and that's what you got to get out there and take your shot and figure out what happens. So
you never know who's watching.
We got Jesse Campbell on the show from Valor Initiative, Jarhead. All right, which he made it very clear that he was infantry, which made me confused because
I thought they all
were infantry.
Everybody is an infantry.
Every Marine is a rifleman, but not the rifleman. So,
there's only one.
Some of us have brains.
It's like Highlander.
Yeah, some of them are machine gunners, but most of it is around the 11s. So.
Or Joker was in the press corps, right? So PAO, it is what it is.
Yeah.
We watch it. But hey, welcome to the Trash Talk Hour. Talk a little bit about your service and how you got to where you are and what you're doing with your revised version of paddleboarding.
Revised version of paddleboarding. Well, like you said, my name's Jesse. I am a Marine veteran, and I'm a volunteer for Valor Initiative. And what we are is we're a 501c3 that takes other veterans out and takes them wake surfing, takes them skiing, takes them mountain biking.
I want a mountain board.
You should actually invent that. That sounds like some shit that
we might have just invented something right there.
Yeah, I was gonna say
mountain boarding could be the new thing.
They might already have
5% of the trademark.
But we take them out and maybe take them into new experiences with other people that they don't know, and doing something that they've never done out of their comfort zone. That's going to get them out of their shell, because a lot of veterans are isolating. A lot of veterans aren't talking to, like you were saying in the introduction, a lot of veterans, need help, but won't reach out for it. We're too strong. We're too tough. We have too much damn pride. We provide a safe space for those relationships to foster. And I can attest to how this works because the way I kind of got started with this is I showed up to a different organization, almost didn't go because I that's how I was. I didn't know these people, didn't want to know them, wasn't going to relate to them. Who's going to relate to a grunt that's been to combat? That was my mentality. And I was stuck. Sucked it up, went, and it was life changing. The first event went kind of it was mid because it got rained out, so they invited me to another event. Excuse me. And after that event, it proceeded to snowball into I ended up going to all the events that year. Got invited to become a staff member because it changed my life. I went from being suicidal. I've had 3 attempts to okay. I want somebody else to experience what I experienced the first time I got up surfing. And my deal was how can I get out and explain how that affected me. We kind of separated ways with the different organization, and we started Valor Initiative because we wanted to do something other than just wake surfing and skiing. So we wanted to add fishing. We've got a fishing trip in Florida. We've got some other stuff coming down that we're real excited about. Maybe um, just a couple of guys that want to help other veterans is just kind of what we're doing.
Nice, nice. So yeah, talk about you like and thanks for sharing that you tried suicide 3 times and thankfully you didn't complete it. We're glad that you're here.
He must have been a machine gunner.
No, not me.
He was the rifleman.
I was I was just the door kicker.
Yeah. Well, no, yeah. Talk a little bit more about the process, how that goes, and then, but yeah, like, what about it? What did it do to you? What did you find in it? What turned that light bulb on?
So it was akin to snowboarding. I found snowboarding in I think 2018, and it shut off every loud noise in my head, up to including tinnitus. Whenever I'm snowboarding, nothing matters. It's just me, the board, and what I'm doing right then. And I found that the moment I got up on surfing because it's the challenge. It takes all your focus to do what you're doing on the task at hand, so nothing else matters. And that it was a complete like slap in the face for me. Like, okay, it's not all this bad, and it just puts a huge smile on your face, and everything feels good. I mean, it's almost like a drug. It's almost like a drug.
Do you find that because you guys are doing that with like a group of people, right? Like like how big are the groups of veterans that are generally on these like trips? And then is it the I don't know. To me, like I like snowboarding as well. I go, once or twice a year, and I pretty much the same thing. Like I'm so busy worrying about not dying that nothing else really matters. You know what I mean? Um, but the like, do you find that it's more the activity, and then also the fact that when you are down at the lodge or wherever with the other veterans, you can talk about the fact that like you all had another shared experience and you have the same vocabulary and it kind of validates what you went through.
So, I that's kind of another thing, another personal story aspect of it. One of the events I went to, like I was saying, I was a grunt that was like fuck pokes. I didn't I was that guy. I hate to say it, I was that guy.
No, you're okay.
At some point,
You're in good company.
and
-1.
and now after kind of that
Just
night
the guy running the show.
I had a night conversation after surfing, and he was an infantry, but he explained his injuries and what happened, and it just kind of dawned on me: not everybody is a grunt. Like, really, this was that simple. And like, these people were out doing their jobs, not putting themselves in harm's way, and got messed up. And the shared experience that you have there versus what's on the boat, it's kind of like whenever you first get to boot camp. Everybody's filling each other out, but within, obviously that's a longer time frame, but within about 6 hours of the first event, people are filling each other out, and by the end of the event, everybody's kind of one cohesive unit. And that's why we try to keep them about 10 veterans is about what we try to keep our numbers at.
And do you guys do different events at different places all year round, or is it like you were talking about, like you had left the other organization because they were just kind of doing one kind of event, and then you guys wanted to expand a little bit?
I mean, he said that, buddy.
So we have wake surf events at a few different lakes in Texas. We have a ski and snowboard event in Breckenridge. We have a ski and snowboard event in Park City. We have a Jeep event in Texas, and these are all at no cost to the veterans.
Yeah.
By the way.
Okay.
We are
So you're
100%.
saying Jeep event, is this where like all those Jeep weirdos get together and climb rocks with Jeeps?
Yes, absolutely. And it is an amazing time.
And then you all wave to each other, right? Like that's
well, you got to do the Jeep 2-finger.
You gotta do the Jeep wave.
Not the Lance Corporal like this.
Not the fake Lance Corporal under.
Figured it out. That's
whatever that was.
the Lance, and that's the Corporal.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So when you say no cost to the veterans, does it matter where the veteran is? Like, no scissoring, Nick. Stop it. Do you fly? Say you had a vet in Washington State, and you're gonna take him to the Florida event. You're covering everything: airfare, hotel, the whole nine, all the way there.
All the way there. All we want you to do is show up, have a good time, and realize that there are people out there that are going through stuff similar and that want to help you.
Yeah.
What does your selection process look like?
Sign up.
5-mile run.
Yeah.
42
push-ups.
Yeah.
300 PFT.
You got to basically be at 300. No, I mean, they're physical activities, so we want you to at least be able to like get off your ass and walk to the refrigerator and touch your toes, basically. But just sign up. If you have any questions, or if somebody's in a spot, you got a buddy in a spot, you're in a spot, send one of us a message saying, "Hey, I'm in a spot. I think I would love to come to an event," and we'll work with you.
Is there therapy involved with it? Do you have like is there any professionals that come sign up with your teams and like have we've had a lot of nonprofits on here and a few of them that are the outdoorsy types. Like is there any type of like communication or shared story or anything like that with the events?
That's just between the veterans and say the community members that are there. It does happen a lot. And that happens, be it on the water, if you're on the mountain. But as far as professional, it's not professional, but it's more helpful than any professional help I've ever got.
No, sure. Like, but that's the thing that when somebody's thinking about signing up is like, because I don't mind talking to people, but like if I have to go, if part of this is a 2-hour therapy session, I might not go.
No,
I might want to go to that.
It's not even rigidly structured. I'll just use a surf event for an example. You wake up, we have breakfast, get out on the water by about 7, 8 o'clock, surf till lunch, and that's not even surf the whole time. We might post up on the water, just float for a little bit, come back, eat, go back, surf, hang out, come back to the house wherever, and then eat, hang out. There might be a pool. There might be cornhole. It's all mingling together. It's a great time.
Sounds like a 72 in the barracks.
There are a lot of things like go hunting or go do whatever. I think the one thing that a lot of those have in common is that it's just building a network of people that you can talk to. And like we've talked about it before in the show, people isolate themselves and don't think that like anybody wants to hear from them, or that nobody's got like shared experience. And I think it's always good to get with a group of people that at least have a similar vocabulary and a similar experience. You know what I mean?
It's like group therapy that you want to go to.
Right, but it also tends to when I've gone to like reunions or like get together with a group of veterans, like it's almost like it's like you said, it's not structured, but at the end of the day, it always ends to tend to go like, where are you coming from, and then what are you doing right now, and how are you be like, or and you. everybody's got a lot of very similar experiences, and it's validating to know that you're not as alone as you think you are in the issues that you're having, I guess.
Absolutely. No, that's well said.
Yeah. I say things well.
Yeah, don't give him too many compliments, otherwise he starts
I
to talk
do.
too much.
I do.
People. Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
buddy, you're here to be buddy. All right, stop.
Call me
trying
the
to be
Obama of my generation.
Yeah.
Speaker.
Like, so
Thanks.
give us one of your favorite trips. All right, a memory from one of your favorite trips, if you got.
Buddy,
one.
the rock
Put you on
crawling
the
trip's
spot.
still open. You could make it.
The rock crawling trip.
You just
Yeah,
got to
it's
do the Jeep wave, buddy.
I already do Jeep Wave. I've been known to do the Jeep Wave, but I also have the motorcycle wave, which is the Jeep Wave just down, pointing to the
Down,
compass.
down low, the 2-finger low.
Yeah. So yeah.
So it'd have to be, my first event. Looking back at all the other ones, that first event, like, it changed my whole outlook on everything, especially these nonprofits. I had the only event I'd ever been to prior to that event was a well-known one that everybody knows. It's on every TV channel, and it put a bad taste in my mouth because whenever I showed up, these people just showed up for the raffle and then left. And the person that I went with explained to me, because he'd been to a few of them, like, that's the common thing for these people to do. So I was leery about it. So whenever I went down there, and it was the community that was putting it on was so welcoming and warm, and what do you need? What can we do for you? That's what really opened my eyes to, like, yeah, there are people out there that put a thank you for your service. They actually put up instead of just saying the words. And that really, really hit me hard, that event. And that's kind of where I was like, I love this shit.
Yeah.
Can we ask, like, are you purposefully not saying the name of the
That
event?
organization, I don't know.
Was it a meat raffle?
Pretty much.
Okay.
I mean, it was.
I would just show up to see if I won some pork loins, and then I'm out.
I mean, it's
What are we
Yeah.
talking? I don't even know what.
He said
I'm with you, buddy. I don't
it
know.
was the Wounded Warrior Project.
I
It was
gotcha.
one of their events.
See,
Gotcha.
and I'll throw the argument out there. I've been to multiple WWP events that were fantastic. So
Really?
again,
Okay.
it's just, it's one of those things where we talked about this 5 years ago when we started. There's over 78,000 veteran nonprofits. 78,000, right?
That's crazy.
Go find, and that's why we're asking the questions of, like, what do you do there? Because there might be somebody who wants that's where they want to do their group therapy, or they want something that's unstructured, right? And that's going to be a perfect home for them. And then another great point you brought up, which is I talk to a lot of people in my community about, is empowering. They want to help veterans. I go, one, stop trying to help veterans. I go, empower them, right? If you have resources that you can make available for any group of people to experience something, right? Experience a high point. That's something that you can do. And so you have these communities, and there's people that want to put up, like you're talking about, or not just say thank you for your service, but do something about it. So those of you watching or listening on the podcast arena, if you just want to give money to the Valor Initiative, that's one way to put up too, right? If you want to donate to any nonprofit, that's a way to put up. But if you have, like, I don't know, say you own horses, like equestrian therapy, right? Or you have land and you want to, contact Valor Initiative. Hey, what can you do on these 12 acres?
Yep.
Right. Like, hey, I'll give you this, twice a month for, every other Saturday, something like that. So pretty cool stuff that you're bringing up, and people, like, watching and listening. There's lots of things you can do if you don't want to give money, or if you just want to give your time. If you have an expertise and want to teach something, right?
If you got a feral hog problem and you want some guys to come out and take care of it.
That's
what I'm trying to work on.
Black Rifle Coffee's kind of cornered the market on that one. So
Oh,
they're always out there smashing freaking pigs, bro. They get helicopters and shoot them with machine guns.
That would be
shit. Yeah.
That would be fun.
Go ahead, buddy.
Speaking of that, we could get you in with feral hogs anyway, or groups of people. Like, there's always Warriors for the Outdoors with Jimmy.
So say you're bringing up Jimmy.
Yeah. Well, I forgot to send Chris when you said raffle, it reminded me they're doing a raffle for a gun and optics for Warriors for the Outdoors as well. So yeah, 6 tickets
So,
for $100, but it's always like a baller. Like that one's a tactical AR-15. It's always a gun of some sort.
mhm.
This one is even third prize.
Tactical automatic rifle 15.
Yeah, or armor light. That's either way.
Shoots
No,
ghost
it
bullets.
stands
Right?
for automatic rifle that shoots 900 milligram.
30 caliber clip with 30 bullets in half a second.
Yeah. All of those things. Yeah.
Ghost guns.
No, let's bring Jimmy on again as a guest host or something and talk about that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, they just did a work week there last week. They've got like just so you know, like if you guys want to do, and Jimmy would definitely be down to help you out. But they just finished construction of basically they've got open bays, a lot like basic training almost, but
Squad base.
with actual like bunk beds with like
Nice.
cool mattresses and not like but there's a big fire pit and 2 big bays that can hold like somewhere around 30 people or whatever. And they can shoot or hunt, or he's got deer hunting.
You guys should Lance Corporal and hook that up together.
Yeah, and Jimmy's a solid dude. And like I say, and he's got a lot of connections over in South Carolina, not too far from Lejeune. For all you Mariners, you know what I mean? East Siders, I guess.
I was gonna say
What do you guys call them? East Siders and West Side.
We're Hollywood.
Yeah.
4th Battalion. Yeah.
Is that Hollywood's out here in 29 Palms or
I
in,
couldn't even tell you now.
San Diego, but yeah.
San Diego. So yeah. What do you call yourselves? You got the.
What do you call the ones on the California side?
Hollywood Marines.
What do you call the East Siders?
4th Battalion.
Yeah, they don't have a
peasants.
Peasants,
yeah.
But before the integration, if you will, of male and female, the only place female Marines would train was Parris Island, and it was 4th Battalion only. So 4th Battalion on Parris Island was all females. So the joke is if you're from Parris Island, you're all 4th Battalion no matter what.
Gotcha.
Got to pee.
That makes it so. Yeah,
I'm going to switch topics here the last couple of minutes. Not necessarily away from the Valor Initiative, but he was talking about how when you do your Jeep crawl and you got to do your Jeep thing, and then Buddy brought up the motorcycle thing. Let's be honest. I don't ride a motorcycle, right? So I don't know how I would feel, but I do when I'm noticing, when I'm paying attention to my surroundings, and I see somebody like on a Kawasaki or like a $400 motorcycle, and then you got somebody on a big, fat boy freaking Harley, and then the Kawasaki guy's always the first one to be like, "What's up, bro?" and give him the fingers down. Is there a mutual respect just because you're on a motorcycle, or is it?
Yes,
I'm doing this just because you did this.
Buddy, hold on.
But
I think
get a real
Jason knows a little
bike.
more about this.
There's some people that will. There's some people that won't.
You keyed it first as the Kawasaki guy went first.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
The guy on the Harley didn't go first.
Yeah. So there's it's air cooled.
Harley got respect you.
Yeah, air cooled, oil cooled. That's the oil cooled guy will never like wave first. Yeah, unless there's another oil cooled motorcycle. So Harley, Indian, they'll do that. You know what the worst part of that one is? When you don't really know it first because it's far enough away and you're trying to be nice, so you give the fingers, and then you see it's a moped, and you're like, son of a...
Oh, you just made their day. You just made their day.
Just got me. Got me.
So now I might have to go buy a Vespa just to drive around to do that.
Well,
I could see Nick riding a Vespa, couldn't you, buddy?
What?
See Nick riding a Vespa.
Like I said, he lives in California. He'd be fine. He'd be like the
right
cool.
to my golf course.
He could get the golf club attachment for the back of it.
Yeah. Like I said, he'd be the cool hip dad. He'd get like a. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Start seeing him wearing scarves more.
I have ridden Vespa.
So,
Jesse,
if somebody wants to, I got to jump back. I just had to ask that question. I had to find out is there a mutual respect no matter what type of motorcycle you're on, or is it like, I'll do it because you did it, but you're still a poser? Like,
yeah.
There
I saw what Jesse does for work. I'm curious what he rides.
I don't anymore. I had a 2014 Street Glide.
Nice.
That's how long it's been since I've rode. It's been at least 10 years.
Oh man, was that
works at Harley? Doesn't even ride.
Oh, you work for Harley?
Not anymore.
Okay.
I used to be a parts manager.
A good Milwaukee company. Respect to the hometown. So,
Milwaukee.
Algonquin for the good land.
Milwaukee.
Yep. So, does Alice Cooper know how to party or what? No, we had how do people donate to you? Chris put the link in there. How do they follow you? Throw all your plugs out there.
So you can check us out
and not watching.
You can check us out at valor-initiative.org. You can go donate there. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Trying to keep as active on there as we can with our new events and stuff that's coming up. See on the screen, you can go and donate once. You can donate a dollar helps. I mean, it takes money to make these things work. I mean, if you can donate $1, that's great. If you can spread the word to a veteran to get them to come to an event, that's even better. I mean, that's kind of all we're really looking for is to get veterans out and come hang out.
All right. No, really appreciate it, brother. I really appreciate you reaching out to us and then coming on the show.
Guys. Thanks for having me.
Fantastic. And so quick AAR. If you're an adult, and let's just say that this goes into the other part of the AR. I didn't think about it, but it all came together, right? It's all scissored, all right? So if you're over 40, you don't have birthday parties, all right? And let's just say you have to have one. You do it at nighttime, all right? You don't do it at 3:00 in the afternoon, PJ. And my guess,
unless you have a bounce
than 10
house.
p.m.
Yeah.
Does he have a bounce house?
I'm sure he probably does. Yeah, I'm sure he's a big kid. So, and then Dave, you could have logged on from the birthday party. All right, so you could.
It's almost like this is mobile friendly platform.
So we covered that, and then we also covered, we went into deep, in-depth geopolitical aspect of why we're bombing Iran. So just make sure you pay attention to that, as we are all experts, like everybody else on social media.
Israel.
To keep our helium balloons.
Yeah, and then again, just pay attention if you find yourself starting to kind of grow a little mustache and wanting to put scarves on your shoulders. That's kind of going around now. All right, so stop it. All right, it's been tried before. Knock it off.
We played that game one time.
Yeah, a couple of times, but it's in history. But we did that, and then what Buddy's honesty cap. Hey, raise adults. You're raising good adults. Stop trying to shelter your child or be the good parent that doesn't punish their kid or teach them responsibility. As I like to call it, allows them to have the victim mentality, right? Where it's the teacher's fault to get bad grades. That never comes out of my mouth.
Yep.
Right? No,
Look at your kid and be like, why'd you fuck up?
Yeah. I go figure out what that teacher likes and figure it out, because your teacher is technically your boss. So if you want to keep this job, and if you want another job, you got to pass this grade to get to the next job. So don't get fired, just get over it, right? So, but find a way to pass. All right. So that's what you got to do. It's called being an adult. And you're instructing them. And then we brought on the Valor Initiative. We brought on Jesse, the Marine, the jarhead from the Hollywood side. And yeah, there you go. We got a couple of signs. Go get your crayon shirt. By the way, we did talk pre-show about Grunt Style. All right. We are not Grunt Style. We also own Grunt Works. All right, Grunt Works, we are actually veteran owned, and we are actually owned by Grunts minus the 10% POG. You got to have that for DEI hires. So we were about
the only Marine.
Yeah, about 80 something percent Grunt owned, and which is 80% more than Grunt Style. and 100% more veteran owned than Grunt Style. So go get that. Get our shirts. They stole this. They stole that design.
Imitation is the best form of flattery.
Yeah, exactly. Although Marines came up with that. Marines used to own Gruntworks, not us. But we figured it out. We
still
it
technically
out. Alrighty.
do.
Still technically, yeah. Well, other than that, that's your quick hot wash. Go grab some shirts. There we go. Got some people scanning the QR code. Go to valor-initiative.org. Reach out to them if you can. If you don't have any money, maybe you can help out by volunteering. Maybe you can help out if you have an expertise or you got some land or anything like that. Let's give Buddy the last word. Put him on the spot. Buddy, what's the last word?
The last word. Why would you give me the last word? I'm not the.
I'm in charge, Buddy.
Well, then see you guys later. I don't. Wait, what the fuck? Well, there you go. You pulled up Jimmy's thing. Get on.
Bailed out again.
On the raffle and check out Rebel Warriors for the afterwards raffle, and then buy 6 tickets, and you get 6 chances to win a gun with an optic on it. That's always cool. And then you can go to the raffle and just leave. Fuck it. Who cares?
Nice.
Anyway, that's the last word. Why are you slow saluting?
Because we're saying goodbye.
Oh, I was going to do this. What is it? This. It's this.
Is it this? Or is it this?
There it is.
I am actually surprised that when you guys do shit like this, you don't get your fingers tied up because you guys are.
Like, what is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.